All right, ladies and gentlemen, I fixed stuff. First, it's closer. Right, you can hear me. You can hear me. You can actually hear me now. You know, instead of far away. Right. I mean, literally, my mic was probably good foot, 2 feet, not a foot. 6 inches, and it was like I was in Kansas or something like that. Right? I might as well be across the room. Now I'm just holding the thing. Now I try to do like a story time or something like that, and I recorded it, and recorded the whole thing, and I had my mic not close, but like close enough. I wasn't holding it like I am now. I'm like physically holding it. But now, and I saw it and edited it, and shit, I'm whispering. I'm whispering to you. Like a scary story in the dark. I'm whispering. I'm not whispering no more. I'm not. I am. Hopefully, I'm loud. Hopefully, I'm loud. Right? So, to retell the same story I told, this is going to be my drug story. My drugs of history. My history of drugs. I'm going to start off. I'm not a drug addict. I don't do drugs. I don't do cocaine and crack and all the hard stuff, pills and all that bullshit. I don't do that. But I'm gonna tell you the history of all the shit, right? Now, first, my mother and father, are drug addicts. Were drug addicts. They'd go out, teenage stuff. They did have me when they were kids. So it made sense. They'd go out and do drugs. They'd go out and do adult themed situations. Right? They do drugs. And when my mom had me, she sobered up. She quickly snapped and no, I'm gonna sober up. I'm gonna be a mom. I'm gonna be this. Instantly, right? Got off of everything. Didn't smoke cigarettes no more. Nothing. My dad didn't want to do it. My dad still kind of wanted to go out and party and do stuff. So I didn't see him. I mean, of course, my mom, they were never married. They were never this. So, never kind of saw him as much. I saw him a couple times when I was young. And after, 8, didn't see him ever again. Ever again. So, single parent income. That's so cool, right? If you know the struggle of that, you can hit a like, you can subscribe, you can, all that. Now, if you don't know what single parent income, it sucks dick. It is not good, right? So basically, every single day, my mom would come home, she worked like a dog. She had a real job, right, and went to work. Every single day, would work. Workaholic. Right? And she'd come home and just tell me stuff. Like sex. Condoms. This. Sex. Women can be trouble. Women can scheme you. Women can manipulate you. And blah, blah, blah. And this and this. And don't do drugs because drugs are bad. Drugs make you sick. Drugs, cost a bunch of money and fuck up your life. Drugs, all that stuff. Told her experiences to me as a kid. And at first I was like, cool, mom. I'm just a kid. I don't play video games. Okay, cool. Just my mom being my mom. Cool, whatever. and went to the DARE program, right? In school, in elementary school, we had a DARE program. If you don't know what DARE program is, it was basically try to combat drugs, but they messed up a lot, and basically they introduced a lot of drugs to the kids, right? It was this program where a cop comes in and shows you and tells you, like, hey, drugs are bad. This is what drugs look like, blah, 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 and all the stuff. And it's like, dude, we're like in elementary school, right? Like, I'm like 9. I want, like, everyone probably said in their head collectively, like, we want to go outside and play recess. We don't want to do this. This is stupid, right? Because first off, if you're doing elementary school with drugs, if you're doing drugs in elementary school, probably fucked up, probably like hardcore fucked up, like middle school and kind of like definitely high school, right? Usually it's high school that you start doing drugs, and after the DARE program, got a t-shirt, got a certificate, all this stuff, and of course we were like, cool, but then after in middle school, right, nothing really happened in middle school, right? No drug stuff, no like, oh my god, he's taking drugs, you don't find that out until like high school. So in high school, usually where you see all the drug addicts, you see drugs, you start doing drugs, all that stuff. Right, so in high school, I met a guy, and his name is John, right? Now, don't worry. John's a very common name. John, we had like 6 or 7 Johns, right? So you're all good. So John, I didn't know. I didn't know. I was a nerdy kid. I'm still a nerdy kid. I'm a nerdy kid. I like video games. I like Marvel. I like movies. I don't like doing drugs. Like, drugs are like cool or not cool, right? Like, whatever, And we had some classes together. Me and John. John, first class of the day, would be so fucking hyped. It would be like on his rocker. Like, yes, school. Oh my god, this. Right, happy, right? But like, kind of overly happy, kind of snickerty, kind of this. Thought nothing of it. But after, like in the middle, halfway through, cafeteria, lunch, or definitely like at the end of school, when you're waiting outside and you're like looking, hanging with your homies, you're there. And there was almost like 2 sides. There was one side of like my people, the normal drug addicts that, probably just smoked weed. That was it. And then John, complete opposite side of it. Complete opposite side. So I'm talking to John, and he's an asshole. So I'm like, what the fuck, John? Why are you being an asshole? Why are you, like, yelling and making fun of me? Why are you trying to fight me? Why are you trying to be all this shit? Why are you talking shit so much? Like, I thought you were cool and chill and slim. Nah, total asshole, son. Asshole up through the roof. Right? And I didn't know, like, why is he such an asshole? Like, is something wrong with him? Is something weird? Is he, again, we're all tired, end of the day, school, want to go home, chill, hang out. Right? Normal tired stuff. No, he was almost angry. He wanted to fight people. He wanted, right? All that stuff. Like, real aggressive type stuff. And, they slide to my homies, the other side. And they basically say, we don't like him. Why? Because he's a drug addict. But they said, like, are you drug addicts? Are you? No. We smoke weed. That's it. He does a lot of other stuff. He's a hardcore drug addict. Like, oh, that might be the reason, huh? Yeah, I mean, they're all rumors of like he's taking pills, he's this, he's on other drugs. And that's why we don't hang out with him. He's an asshole. We don't like him. Like, oh, cool. And I kind of slowly like got away from him, especially when he just openly said stuff. He openly like said like, fuck this bitch and blah blah blah, and I'm totally fucking the vice principal's daughter. Weird flex. Okay, cool, whatever. Not the appropriate time, John. Like that. Really said inappropriate stuff. Inappropriate stuff. Like why? Why you say that? You know. And honestly said, "Oh, look at me! I'm totally on drugs. I'm totally on marijuana. Oh my god! Look at my eyes. They're totally, red. Like." And I said, "Cool, John. Okay, it was starting to kind of be annoying. It was starting to be fucking annoying, right?" And then one day in cafeteria, halfway through lunch, we're all chilling together, right? John and other side of the friends, and all of a sudden he comes in with a girl. Right, no problem, right? No, he didn't say shit about this girl. He said nothing about this woman. Usually, the other friends would like, "Hey, this is my girlfriend, blah blah. She's this, blah blah. Cool, that's it. Like, glad to meet you, blah blah. Welcome to the club, all this stuff." No, he didn't say shit about her. Anything at all. Like, "Hey, this is my girlfriend." Nope, no, nothing. Just sat down. Confused as fuck, right? I can tell some of the people were mad, and just we all kind of like mentally gathered, like, "Hey, who is she?" Like all together, talking in our minds, like looking at her and like looking at us and looking at her, looking at them, like trying to figure out mentally who is she. And we basically thought all together, like he's his girlfriend, right? Has to be, right? Can't be his sister, can't be a cousin, can't be this. Has to be girlfriend, right? Has to be. And she didn't say anything. She did not say anything. Like hands down, head down, talk to no one, right? And then some rumors came around. Some rumors when he left. Some rumors we talked about him, right? Behind his back, right? Basically we gossiped of like, yeah, he probably abuses the fuck out of her, probably does all the stuff. Because again, he openly just says stuff, like shit you shouldn't say, but you want to like for yourself. You want to like parade and like give me compliments, like give me attention, that those people annoying as fuck, right? And he would openly say like, "I totally have sex with this this woman and blah blah blah, and I'd have sex with her and I would come inside of her and I would eat her out with the cum." Again, out loud. Like normal homies would never say that. If they did, it was like, "Yeah, we had sex." Like, yeah. Wasn't like proud and like, "Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, I had sex." Like give me attention. Like, dude, Jesus, like I'm the fuck down a little bit, John. I mean, we're all trying a good time. We're hanging, we're chilling. You're just like, just doing this, like uncomfortable as shit. And even like, I totally had sex with her and I passed out due to all the drugs I'm taking. Like, John, no, you kind of like lay it off, like whatever. And it became kind of serious. Like, oh, he's not joking. You just expected like, okay, yeah, he totally abuses her, totally does this, totally probably doesn't hit her, but like cheats off her, all this stuff, casual douchebag shit. And one day he just kind of told me, like, hey, I went to this Skittles party. He said that, like, I was kind of confused, what's a Skittles party? What are you talking about? Eating Skittles? And I'm that mind. I'm like, you having food? What you having, John? Like, oh, he had to explain. No, I gathered, with all my friends, and then went downstairs with random people and other women, and had fistfuls, handfuls of random pills. Random pills. And I'm concerned now. I am heavily concerned. Like, dude, this ain't a good look. Like, oh man, burp. And it's like, dude, you're not doing that. Like, yeah, I totally did that. And plus, the cops came, and I had to run from the cops, and then jump over a fence and hide in the closet. Like, dude, that doesn't sound like fun. That does not sound like fun, John. Why are you telling me this? So I think he had this compulsion of, like, I need to tell people because I want attention. Probably bad stuff at home. And I kind of feel for the guy, but at the same time, it was wearing off. Like, oh, you're a little too far gone. Because running from the cops doesn't sound like fun. I'm a fat guy. I'm a little husky. I've definitely met people who are 350, 8 feet tall. Like, they cannot see their penis at all. They can't see their feet at all. They refuse to do anything in gym. I'm a little husky. Not fat. I'm a little husky. And, like, running from the cops is not good. Because I know in my mind, I'm the one to get caught. Because I can't jump. I can't jump the fence. I know I can't. Right? And I'd be caught by a cop, put in the back seat, taken to whatever, jail, whatever. And then my mom would beat my ass when I had to call her, like, hey, I'm in jail because of drugs. Right? No. She told me blatantly out loud, like, no, Mickey, you're not doing that. If you ever do that, ever, you're staying. Like, you're not, I'm not getting you. I'm not bailing you out, not shit. You're going to stay there. Right? And it's not good for you. Right? Everyone knows, like, the stories of jail and prison. It's not fun. Even if you just had to wait and be around really unstable people. Right? I'm good. Right? That threat worked. I'm good. I don't know, man. Right? And, like, my mom would beat my ass, and my grandma would beat my ass. Literally, what would happen was my mom would yell, scream at me for 2 hours, beat my ass for about an hour, or maybe 2, on a good day. And then my grandma would come over, yell at me for a couple of hours. Tell him I'm a loser, this, why you doing drugs, blah, 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 and then beat my ass. So I'd get lectured for hours, twice, and then my ass beaten twice. I'm good. And I'm good. Don't eat it. Right? That kind of set me straight. That, like, drugs aren't that cool. Like, I think video game is better than drugs. Right? That's cool. So, basically, I kind of stopped hanging out with them. Like, I didn't continue friendship with John the last 2 years of high school, something like that. I definitely, like, didn't be around him. And plus, one day, in the cafeteria, walking past, and this dude came up to me, like, hey, do you want pills? Like, did the classic, like, point at me, thing. Like, you mean me? Like, yeah, you want pills? You want this? You want this? Like, no, I'm cool. You know, totally casual. I'm cool. He probably said that 3 or 4 times, and each time I kind of said it a little more aggressive. I said, "No, I'm good." Like, no, I'm good. You know, like that. You know, like, I'm good. You know, he was definitely a pill pusher. He had pills, and I was like, nope, cool. And he pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. You know, and it's like, dude, I said no. Chill the fuck out. You know, and that was in high school. Right after high school, you know, after probably a few years of high school, you know, I got a job, all that, growing up stuff. And then my nephew came over one day and basically forgot weed, forgot, you know, and marijuana, a joint, you know, dropped it and left, basically. I saw the joint, took it, hit it, and smoked it that day. Right? I smoked marijuana. Right, first time. And all of a sudden, I realized, oh, this is the reason why people like marijuana. This is the reason. Oh, this is real nice. You know, because I was smoking it. I was trying to I don't know how to like inhale. So I was kind of like choking it down, gulping it, trying to swallow the smoke, all that. And after it was done, put out the thing, and I said, "This joint ain't shit." I don't feel a thing. Kicked in immediately after. I kicked in immediately. Right? And I was floating like I felt like 3 feet above my seat. You know, just floating. And I was like, oh my god, this is cool, this is good. Felt no pain, felt no anxiety, no like 1,000 thoughts, nothing. Chill as fuck. Like I said, oh, this is the reason. You know, in Illinois, weed's legal. You know, and it's like, why would they put weed legal? That's so weird. You know, for years I was against weed. You know, oh, I'm a little kid, huh? You know, all that stuff. Like, it's just like cigarettes. You know, because I hated cigarettes. I smelled cigarettes. You know, in my grandma's car, she would smoke cigarettes with me, a kid. Just smoke a cigarette, not a couple cigarettes, a couple cigarettes. I was choking and fucking like, oh my god. You know, the smell of cigarettes is not good. I don't know why the fuck people do it. Don't know why. Smells like shit, tastes like shit. Everything about it is bad. Even the nicotine. You know, I mean, it gives you a little gives you a little oomph, but not like, oh my god, yes, give me more of this. Oh my Christ, give me more. Pump it into my fucking veins. No, I was never that. On nicotine cigarettes and marijuana, it was the opposite. It was like, oh my god, I feel bliss. I feel one with the world. Right, hippie shit. And you know, when you're high in movies and TV shows, they do the I'm high dance, the I'm high music and visuals. You know, everything shakes and moves, and Scooby-Doo shit comes out and all that shit, and dun 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 dun. You know, just dancing, right? Doing the whole fucking eye thing with your hands. And you look at your hands, you're flipping. I'm like, oh my god, I can feel my hands. Right, you're high, right? You're high, right? And I had the genius idea, brilliant idea of whipping my cock out. That's right, whipping my cock out and stroking it. to porn, you know, and I felt like my hand was just a vice grip, all round circle was a circle vice grip, feeling my fucking veins in my cock move, right? The tightness was just, oh my Christ, right? Never felt this before. And of course I had really stupid of like, hey, let's watch porn to this. Get on the phone, turn on some porn, and like, bro, I can't hear it. Because again, I didn't know this, like my senses are all fucked up. So I thought I was deaf for a second. And full volume porn. No headphones, no this, straight through the speakers. Right? Not, stupid idea, and my mom came down, quickly turned off the porn, covered my cock, and I had a can of Febreze, right? She came down, and I just started spraying a can of Febreze, washing myself, my hands, my lips, my pussy, and my crack, all that shit, right? All spraying it everywhere, hoping to God, please don't, right? And of course, she asked me, "Are you high?" I smell weed, and of course, she smoked weed when she was a kid, so the smoke, right? Asked me 1,000 times, "Are you high? Are you high? Did you smoke weed? Did you? Are you high?" Tried to look at my eyes, tried to like all this stuff. Again, my heart was out of my chest. I was panicking, like, please don't. And I sprayed her with the Febreze can in her face. And that kind of like, she went away after it a little bit. I kept denying, no. Even though, like, yes. And it feels so fucking good. Oh my Christ, this feels so good. Right? She went away. And the high lasted, a couple hours, 3 hours. I was just chilling. It was like, this is good. And all of a sudden, pop. The come down. Just all of a sudden snap. Like, whoop. That's it. No, not high no more. Like, oh, that's it. That's what everyone's like complaining about. That's when everyone's like hyped. Like, fuck me, sign me up. Right? Like, I want weed. Right? I'm trying to get like my medical card, my medical license. Right? I'm trying to get a job, then my medical license, then my medical card. It was fun. Like, I'm not encouraging weed, but like, it was fun. It was generally fun. Now, of course, it's not recommended for everyone. It's not a miracle drug. It's not this like everyone does it. No, people can do it. People have horrible trips every other time. They feel bad, because because they have some sort of like mental thing that the weed interacts and fucks you up more, right? So I think that was it. I mean, that was like the history of my drugs. I mean, like, I've done, pop. I mean, I probably was addicted to pop since I was a baby, because my mom would dip a little binky in, whatever pop and let me suck on it. I would lick all the fucking, pop off of it, spit it out, and cry like a baby, right? I'm addicted to pop. I know that one. Caffeine, sugar, TV, video games, right? I mean, that probably helped me. That probably really helped me, because like video games helped me, because instead of doing drugs, I would read. I'd read comic books. I would, I was probably really obsessed with nerd stuff, nerdism. Nerdism probably saved me because I was so nerdy. As I am. Not as more as much, but you know, doing nerd stuff helped saved me almost because and my mom's threatening to beat my fucking ass every time she mentioned drugs. It was like, I'm gonna beat your ass if you do it. Just a daily reminder of child abuse if I did anything. That probably put the fear of God into me. Now, I probably still did fucked up shit. Break stuff, did all this stuff, but no drugs, no drugs. I just lashed out, and that was it. So, hopefully, this is the end. Good luck, goodbye. Like, comment, subscribe, all that. Hopefully you can hear this. Hopefully I could put this up. Hopefully I can do that. Maybe I'll do more stories. I'll do more. I'll do more stories about everything and everything. Pick a topic. Maybe at the end, pick a topic. I'll maybe do it. Maybe. Right. See you.